until you identify these patterns in your life, you're not going to be able to control your life. You're going to repeat everything that's happening in your life. And reception without awareness is not strength. Repetition without awareness is not strength.
Yo, Big D in the house, baby. Relentless execution, you already know. This is for the dream chasers, the grinders, the doers. Let's get it. Relentless execution, we don't ever stop. Climbing to the top, we rise like a rocket. Big D's the name, yeah, I'm running the game. From the ground up, now they all know the name. Big D.
This is the Big D Podcast, episode number 71. Today we're going to talk about what I just realized about myself. Welcome back to the Big D Podcast. I'm Dan Sikowski, and this podcast is about three things: wealth, freedom, and relentless execution. Wealth gives you leverage, freedom gives you choices, and execution separates men who talk from men who build. So before we get into today's episode, if you're getting value from these conversations, do me a favor. Hit subscribe, like this episode, drop a comment or your biggest takeaway, and follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. We're building a movement around high-performing men and serious entrepreneurs, and that's only going to grow when you help it grow. Now, today's episode is absolutely different than what we've done before. This isn't a lesson. It isn't a strategy breakdown. This is me telling you what I just realized about myself. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Get Wabam. We have tons of their products here. GetWabam.com. Wabam is the company. These guys have amazing detailed products. We actually are going to be having a booth with them at an upcoming show this summer. So keep a lookout for that information. These guys have incredible products. I am someone who totally believes in keeping your stuff clean. That means you respect it. I've tried every product on the market, and when I seen what their products were doing, I chose to promote nobody else because I don't believe there's anybody out there who can carry what these guys can carry. So check out GetWabam.com. Use code BIGD10 for a discount. Also, ProudFatherApparel.com. Use code BIGD15. Proud Father, they have an incredible movement. Proud Father is doing something for dads who go out there and do the work but still show up and present themselves as a father and are present as a father. So check them out, ProudFatherApparel.com. Use code BIGD15 for a discount. Also, our charity of choice, throughout this episode, you will see a little video about them, Ability Tree. What they're doing at Ability Tree is something super, super important. They're helping families that are impacted and raising children with disabilities. Go check them out, abilitytree.org. They are close to and dear to our heart, and we enjoy supporting them, and we love supporting them. And our goal throughout this mission is to be one of their largest supporters in our lifetime. If you're serious about 2026 also, you guys looking for coaching, check out BigDcoaching.com. I host 2 high-level masterminds. One in New Jersey and one in Florida. We have some big masterminds that are coming here in the next couple of months. So check out BigDmastermind.com as well. So I've been in a super, super heavy season. Pressure, transition, business evolution, legal stress, and identity shifts. And when you're realizing that you're operating at a higher level, you don't always stop to analyze your own patterns or things that you've been doing consistently throughout your life. What you do is you just execute, you just move, and you just fix things as you go. And I realized something recently. I realized that I override a lot of things in my life. Emotion, I override. Fatigue, I override. Stress, I push harder. And conflict, I lean in. That is what has built success for me over the years. But it has also built many blind spots. And I didn't see them until I slowed down enough to even look. Here's the realization. I attach my identity to my output. I produce something, then I feel good. If I'm producing, I'm good in life. Everything is good. If I'm building, then I feel worthy. Things are happening. If I win, I feel validated. I validate myself. And that has worked for many, many years. And it makes you relentless, it makes you disciplined, but it makes you also dangerous in business and dangerous to yourself. Here's the problem. When output slows down, when pressure shifts, when you're forced into stillness, you don't know where you are without motion. And that hit me. That hit me very big, because if your identity depends on performance, you'll always feel like you're one bad season away from losing yourself. Now, that's not strength. That's dependency. If you're listening and something is uncomfortable right now, then understand something. Growth starts with awareness, and that's the season I'm in right now. Hey guys, quick interruption to the show. We have Joe and Micah here from Ability Tree. Joe, why don't you share with us what you do at Ability Tree?
Hey, yeah, thank you, Dan. So we come alongside families impacted by disability by providing rest, recreation, education, support, and training, basically bringing families impacted by disability out of isolation into community.
Awesome. Hey guys, after this video, you're going to see a link in the caption. Make sure you check out Ability Tree and check out his mission here with Micah. Awesome. And if you want to be around men who actually do this level of internal work while building their real businesses, that's exactly what I'm building. My mastermind, my coaching, everything. BigDMastermind.com, Florida, New Jersey. I speak at events all across the world about this. Now let's keep going. A lot of high performance men were running on survival software. We learned early to be strong. We learned early, don't complain. We learned early to handle it, and we learned early to win. So that's what we did. We built companies, we built income, and we built a reputation around that. Now, one thing that we never asked was, what am I trying to prove? Who am I trying to impress? Why do I feel uncomfortable when I'm not pushing? For me, I realized I don't like stillness, because stillness forces introspection in my life. And introspection exposes patterns in my life. And those patterns, what they do is they actually require change. That's super uncomfortable for me. But understand something, that's maturity. That's a level that once we step into this, the entire game of our life changes. Here's what's changing. I'm still relentless, but now I'm 100% intentional. Less reaction, more strategy. Less proving, more choosing. Less ego, more composure. Before, all I did was I ran everything. Now I decide what deserves my energy. Now that right there, guys, that's true growth. And growth doesn't mean that you lose your edge. It means that you actually sharpen it. So you have to ask yourself a couple questions. What patterns are you running on autopilot? Are you working to prove something? Are you building to avoid something? Are you reacting instead of leading? You have to ask yourself these questions. Because until you identify these patterns in your life, you're not going to be able to control your life. You're going to repeat everything that's happening in your life. And reception without awareness is not strength. Repetition without awareness is not strength. So understand this, that, going in these patterns, moving in these patterns, and moving these ways, all we're going to do is continue to come back to square one. Continue to come back to that place where we once felt like we needed that next move. But now you've hit that next move, what are you doing? All you're doing is conditioning yourself. You're conditioning yourself to go in, to come back out, to go back in again. Here's what I can tell you. As men, we need to go deep inside of ourselves, deep inside of what we're doing, and try to really figure out what's going to move the needle. Just because we're getting ahead, just because we're having success, doesn't mean we're living our life fully. We have to deal with things inside of us. We have to understand what's happening and create awareness in our life so that we know the exact shifts and the exact changes that we need to make things happen. This episode is not going to be very, very long, but this episode is going to explain that, knowing that the deep work is going to allow us to stop just doing the thing. The deep work is going to allow us to recognize who we really should be. The deep work is going to stop all of these patterns in our life, and it's going to allow us to be relentless on a mission, but understanding with a purpose. It's also going to allow us to be intentional about our surroundings, the people we spend our time with, the things that we're doing. not reacting to everything in our life and having the strategy calls and the strategy pulls to really push ourselves in the directions that we deserve to go. You don't need to prove anything as a man. You need to choose what's good for you, what's good for your family, and what's good for your identity for you to go out there and create the best legacy that you can build. So understanding this, knowing that these patterns in our life create the outcomes that we have today, if we want different outcomes, we have to change the things that are creating these patterns. So just understanding that, know that if this episode hits you, I want you to hit me up, talk to me. I can tell you about some of this deep work, realizing that this inner pain from daddy issues that I had as a kid and all this drama that was in my life, I patternized it. I put it on a box. I put it on a shelf behind me, and I just started doing all these things in life so that I could just avoid it. But when you avoid the pain is still there. You have to deal with the pain, let go of the pain, and forgive the pain so that the pain can set you free so that you could be that next version of yourself. So if this episode hits you, reach out. Let's talk. I can talk to you about some deeper things going on and understand what those patterns look like. Because it took me 30 years to realize these patterns in my life, to start seeing things and start shifting things in a different direction. If you enjoyed this episode, drop a comment. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Understanding that, for me to grow and things in my life to grow, I need to outgrow some of the things that maybe I'm holding on to. So check out BigDMastermind.com. Check out Big D Coaching. Let's see how we can help each other. How can I help you evolve? How can you help me see things that maybe I need to see? Let's go a little bit deeper. And this is what I do with my clients. I help them get deep. I help them get internal and help them go to the next shift. The first 90 days of working with me is internal work. It's about you. It's about creating that person, 10xing you, that person who needs to show up so that you can have that life that you truly deserve. So again, thank you to my sponsors, Get Wabam, use code BIGD10, Proud Father, proudfatherapparel.com, Big D15, and Ability Tree, which is, our charity of choice. They're not our sponsors. We're sponsoring them, and we're giving back to them. This is the Big D podcast, guys. Understand something. You hear it in my voice. I've toned down after all this inner work and this work that I'm working on and everything I'm doing right now. It's all about the movement and moving the right way. So this is the Big D podcast, Wealth, Freedom, and Relentless Execution. I'll see you on the next episode.
Yo, Big D in the house, baby. Relentless execution, you already know. This is for the dream chasers, the grinders, the doers. Let's get it. Relentless execution, we don't ever stop. Climbing to the top, we rise like a rocket. Big D's the name, yeah, I'm running the game. From the ground up, now they all know the name. Big D. Started from the bottom, had a vision so clear. Building empires from the sweat and the tears. Serial entrepreneur, that's the brand I wear. In the game for the long haul, I'm always prepared. From the business to the podcast, always making moves. Every step calculated, never losing the groove. Study the greats, now I'm making my own rules. Success in my blood, ain't no way I'll lose. I got systems, got strategies, laid out the plan. Built a dynamic lifestyle, that's the Big D brand. Raised a family on vision, now I take a stand. Roadmap to success, it's in the palm of my hand. Relentless execution, we don't